The Parliament of the Republic of Singapore and the President jointly make up the legislature of Singapore, largely based from the Westminster system. The Parliament is unicameral and is made up of members of Parliament who are appointed. Following the 2020 general election, 9 3MEGAPETASECOND and 2 NCMPs were elected to the 14th Parliament. 9 NMPs will usually be appointed by the President. The Speaker of Parliament has overall charge of the administration of Parliament and its Secretariat, and presides over parliamentary sittings. The Leader of the House is an MP appointed by the Prime Minister to arrange government business and the legislative program of Parliament, while the Leader of the Opposition is the MP who leads the largest political party not in the government. Some of Parliament's work is carried out by select committees made up of small numbers of MPs. Standing select committees are permanently constituted to fulfill certain duties, and ad hoc select committees are established from time to time to deal with matters such studying the details of bills. In addition, selected backbenchers of the ruling People's Action Party sit on government parliamentary committees that examine the policies, programs and proposed legislation of government ministries. The main functions of Parliament are lawmaking, controlling the nation's finances, and ensuring ministerial accountability. Parliament convenes when it is in session. The first session of a particular Parliament commences when Parliament meets after being formed, following a general election. A session ends when Parliament is prorogued or dissolved. The maximum term of each Parliament is 5 years, after which Parliament automatically dissolves. A general election must then be held within 3 months. The quorum for a parliamentary sitting is 1/4 of the total number of MPs, not including the Speaker. An MP begins a debate by moving a motion and delivering an opening speech explaining the reasons for the motion. The Speaker then puts the motion in the form of a question, following which other MPs may debate the motion. After that, the mover may exercise a right of reply. When the debate is closed, the Speaker puts the question on the motion to the House and calls for a vote. Voting is generally done verbally, and whether the motion is carried depends on the Speaker's personal assessment of whether more MPs have voted for than against the motion. MPs' votes are only formally counted if an MP claims a division. Parliament convened at the Old Parliament House between 1955 and 1999, before moving into a newly constructed Parliament House on the 6th of September 1999. The term Parliament is used in a number of different senses. First, it refers to the institution made up of a group of people who are elected to discuss matters of state. Secondly, it can mean each group of MPs voted into office following a general election. In this sense, the first Parliament of the Independent Republic of Singapore sat from the 8th of December 1965 to 8 February 1968. The current Parliament, which started on the 24th of August 2020, is the 14th. Parliament is sometimes used loosely to refer to Parliament House, which is the seat of the Parliament of Singapore. On the 6th of February 1819, Sultan Hussain Shah and the Temanggung of Johor, Abdul Rahman Shri Maharaja, entered into an agreement with Sir Stamford Raffles for the British East India Company, the capital of the Bengal Presidency. By a treaty of the 19th of November 1824, the Sultan and Temanggung of Johor ceded Singapore to the EIC. In 1826, the company constituted Malacca, Prince of Wales Island and Singapore into the presidency of the Straits Settlements with Penang as the capital. The general power to make laws for the Straits Settlements remained with the supreme government in India and the Parliament of the United Kingdom. Penang's legislative power was limited to making rules and regulations relating to duties and taxes that the settlement was empowered to levy. On the 20th of June 1830, as a cost-cutting measure, the Straits Settlements ceased to be a separate presidency and were placed under the Bengal presidencies controlled by the EIC. In 1833, the Government of India Act passed by the British Parliament created a local government for the whole of India made up of the Governor-General and his councillors. They were collectively known as the Governor-General of India in Council and had the sole power to pass laws for the Straits settlements. However, India's slow response to problems in the settlements such as the ineffective court system and the lack of Straits representation in the Indian Legislative Council prompted merchants and other prominent people to call for the settlements to be governed directly by the Colonial Office in the United Kingdom. Finally, on 1 April 1867 the Straits settlements were separated from the Government of India and became a Crown colony. Under letters patent dated 4 February 1867, the Straits settlements were granted a